Here are your fastest selling cars for August 2025. These are the vehicles dealers cannot keep on their lot. They are selling like hotcakes. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10 on this list, the Toyota BZ4X. Yes, an electric vehicle in our top 10 fastest sellers, but of course, a Toyota EV, a 32 days supply, which, Dad, I'll be quiet in a second here and you can explain to us what that means. There are 1,511 Toyota BZ4X for sale nationwide, yet over 2,093 have sold in the last 45 days, and an average transaction price of $42,000. What is this day supply metric and why is it so important for our fastest sellers?
So market day supply basically is how many days it would take to sell all the available inventory that's on hand based on the current daily sales rate. So if you see a 30-day supply, if there was no more vehicles shipped to the dealer, they would sell out of those vehicles within 32 days based on the current sales rate.
So there you go. We're using how fast these dealers would run out of inventory based on supply, how many they currently have, and obviously demand, which to your point, Dad, is quite strong right now. The Chevy Malibu is coming in here at number 9 on the fastest seller list with a 31-day supply. So there are 863 Chevy Malibus for sale nationwide, brand new right now. There are 1,252 of them, however, which have sold in the last 45 days. A selling price or an average selling price of $26,836. So no surprise, the Malibu is moving fast, Dad. It's got a relatively affordable price point, especially relative to its peers, and obviously not a ton of supply. So the few that are sitting out there, they're getting bought up, thus the low days supply.
Yes, and the reason there isn't much of a supply is the Malibu has been discontinued, and so this is just a remaining on-hand inventory that they need to move, and well, at that price point, it's moving rather quickly.
And I think that's what this indicates is that because it's showing up on this list, dealers are discounting more, the incentives are stronger. That's why it's showing up as a fastest seller, because they're really incentivizing the sale of these vehicles.
Yes.
That's why it's flying off the lot. Number 8 on the list, Dad, another Toyota, the Highlander. Dealers are not holding on to Highlanders. Even with a $52,000 selling price, it has a 30-day supply. Toyota dealers would run out of new Highlanders in 30 days if Toyota stopped producing them. There are over 5,000 for sale, but look at this, more than 7,500 have sold in the last 45 days. Another Japanese vehicle showing up at number 7 on the list, the Honda Odyssey, Dad. The Honda Odyssey has a 29-day supply. Honda stops production tomorrow. You've only got 29 days worth of on-hand inventory. Obviously, Honda's not stopping production anytime soon, but there's 5,103 for sale nationwide, yet over 8,000 have sold in the last 45 days and a $46,000 price point. And then I'll do number 6 here, then we'll do our top 5 fastest sellers. Number 6 is another Japanese automaker, Lexus, with the NX Hybrid. It also has a 29-day supply, more than 2,400 for sale right now, yet almost 4,000, 3,776 of these have sold in the past 45 days. Any thoughts or comments on the bottom 5 of our top 10?
Yeah, having a Chevrolet sneak one in and having Honda sneak one in, because otherwise this is pretty much a Toyota Lexus list. Let's see if that continues.
Let's see if that continues. Indeed, your top 5 fastest selling vehicles in the United States of America for the month of August. A friendly reminder, you can see the fastest selling vehicles in your neighborhood. Just go to caredge.com/fastest, put in your city and state, and you can see this data for your locale. Now, Dad, at the number 5 spot is the Toyota Sienna. Not a surprise to see the Toyota Sienna here with a 29 days supply. There are over 9,000 Toyota Siennas for sale nationwide. And if Toyota stopped producing them right now, those 9,000 Toyota Siennas would sell out over the course of 29 days. Good thing, because there's over 14,000 of them that have sold in the past 45. So again, you can do the math here and you can see, good thing Toyota continues to produce the Sienna. The surprise on the list, Dad.
Yes.
We've traded out the Cadillac Escalade in exchange for the GMC Yukon, a 28-day supply for the GMC Yukon, even with an $87,000 price point, Pops. The 3,914 GMC Yukons would sell out in 28 days. There have been over 6,200 sold in the last 45.
Unbelievable numbers there for that Yukon.
What's surprising here, Dad, is it's a full-size, expensive SUV. And like I said, we traded out the Cadillac Escalade, and now the GMC Yukon is showing up. Go watch our video for fastest selling cars in July. The Escalade was in there. So obviously there's some amount of demand here from consumers for these big, expensive people movers.
Apparently so, and my guess is that will continue for the foreseeable future.
Your top 3 fastest selling vehicles that are flying off the dealer's lots, they are all Toyota and Lexus. Toyota with the Sequoia coming in at number 3, another large people mover. 28 days supply, 2,995 Sequoias for sale nationwide right now, yet almost 5,000, 4,800 of them have sold in the last 45 days. And look at that average selling price, Dad, $83,490.
Seems like a lot of money for a Toyota.
Lexus RX Hybrid coming in at number 2 with a 26 days supply. There are 2,266 of them for sale nationwide. 3,892 have sold in the last 45 days, $63,000 price point. So the last 3 vehicles we've done, Dad, all have MSRPs and average selling prices north of $60,000. 2 of them in excess of $80,000, yet they are fastest selling in terms of how much supply there is and how much demand there is. They are flying off the shelves. Number 1 on the list, however, comes back to a price point that is a little bit more realistic and also with a day's supply that no one is near. The Toyota Corolla Cross, Pops, has a 20 days supply. There are 7,819 of this vehicle for sale nationwide. And if Toyota stopped production right this moment, they would sell out of those 7,819 in 20 days. That's because in the past 45 days, Toyota dealers have retailed more than 17,000 of this vehicle with an average selling price of around 31 grand. Wow.
Yeah, based on what I'm seeing here, it's good to be a Toyota or a Lexus dealer. You've got like a cash printing press in your showroom there.
So let's talk for a moment, Pops. The fastest selling vehicles, the ones that are flying off dealers' lots, that means there are going to be lower incentives typically from the manufacturer on these vehicles and less likelihood of a major dealer discount. You can still get dealer discounts. Go check out verified deals back on caredge.com and you can see that you can get discounts, but you're going to have to work even harder and you have less leverage, correct?
Well, anytime there's a shortage of cars, there's less leverage. What gives a consumer leverage is when there's an excess amount of vehicles, and in these 10, that's not the case. There's not an excess amount of any of these vehicles, and so it's going to be harder to work the dealer to get a discount. That's not saying it can't be done. You just have to be prepared to put in the work.
Again, go check out caredge.com/fastest to see your neighborhood and check out the slowest video. It's coming soon on the CarEdge channel. Make sure you're subscribed to get updated for that. Pops, thanks for reviewing this data as always.
My pleasure.
Let's be honest, the idea of buying a car is exciting, but actually doing it, not so much. Dealers calling you, asking you when can you come in, bait and switch sales tactics, yuck, and you definitely don't want to spend an hour listening to a guy named Rick check with his manager. That's why CarEdge's AI Negotiator is a game changer. It contacts the dealer and does the haggling for you, and it costs less than a tank of gas. It's powered by real-time market data and trained to spot dealer tactics and pricing patterns, so it knows exactly what to push back on to get you the best deal. Here's how it works. You pick the car you want, CarEdge creates an anonymous email and phone number for you, and then your AI agent reaches out to the dealer on your behalf and handles the entire negotiation. No weird phone calls, no pressure sales tactics, and no, quote, I can knock $200 off the price if you buy it today nonsense. The AI goes back and forth with dealers until it hits the best price. You get the full chat history, full transparency, and zero headaches. It's like sending in a car buying assistant with zero patience for sales tactics. You can try it today back at caredge.com/AI. That's caredge.com/AI.